To progress on my distance signals, which is position changes with hand signals only, I want to follow the formula of new cue and old cue. So when I'm introducing a new cue, I'm going to use the new cue, and if the dog struggles with it, I remind them with the old cue. So here we're going to flip things on their heads a little bit. So we're going to do a hand signal first, and if the dog struggles to give me the behavior, I'm going to follow up with the verbal cue and reward on the platform. If the dog moves off the platform, I still want to mark the position change. I'm just going to push the treat into their chest to get them to back up, to get back 4 paws onto that platform, rewarding on the platform directly, so that they learn that there's no point coming off the platform and no point moving forward. For those of you, how do I say this? For our stand hand signal, there's a bunch of options here. It's all going to depend on how you started to teach your dog. This dog actually learned a stand cue on verbal cue only first with no hand signals. And I've actually built in 3 different hand signals with her. So sometimes that creates confusion for her. So that's just a problem we're going to have to work through. For many people, your hand signal for a stand is treat in hand and pulling your hand away from their nose. So treat in hand, you pull the nose of the dog forward, and then when 4 feet are under them, you mark it, you reward. So you can use that, continue to use that as your signal for when you're adding in distance. This dog hasn't been trained on it, she doesn't understand it, I won't be using it, but I want you to remember that that is an option. The other option that we can use for a stand hand signal is our emergency stop cue. So when we have been doing our underhanded tosses, hand up, and they stop motion, that will transfer to a stand. Why? Because when you ask them to stop, they're actually standing when they stop. So it's a nice, easy, free way to build in a hand signal for that. We just have to make sure the dog understands it. Stand. Oh, and stand isn't even your cue. Good girl. Pop. Pop. If I can get my timing right. Pop. So new cue, old cue. Oops. Good. Thank you. I was just going to ask you to do that. Pop. Pop. So you'll see that there's a little bit of a lag between when I say, or when I present the hand signal, and then I wait a beat, see if the dog can give me the behavior, follow up with the verbal cue. So you're going to do that for each of your position changes. All right, so from here now I want to cycle through my sit, my down, my stand, my spin, and my twirl. For those of you who have not taught spin and, oh, I'm going to have to teach that separate, aren't I? Yes, I'll have to add that in, won't I? So no spin and twirl. Break. So I reach forward. I want to reward with all 4 paws on the platform. Yes. 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 I didn't ask. Go ahead. Good. Oh, good. So I've added a little bit of distance. So we always want to be ping-ponging that. Good. Ping-ponging that distance. Why? Because we want to make one turn easy and the next one a little harder. Nice. Good. Good. And now I'm going to end this repetition, making it easier by coming in close. Wow. I'm going to lure her back into the down. Oops. Sit. Good. All right, so too many mistakes in a row. I had to bring back in the verbal cue to remind her what position she needed to do. So keep in mind, this dog has been doing this for a while. And also, Caro did a really interesting data collection this summer. And what they realized is of all the 10 exercises for working stream, distance signals has the most non-qualifying scores. So in our humanness, we think, oh, I've taught my dog to sit down and stand. No problem. 7 years in, you can see there's still brain farts happening. At the national level, they see that brain farts happen. So be really compassionate with your dog when you're working through your position changes, and make one turn easy, next one harder. Always end your training session on something easier. Good. Break.